guys, it's me, Leona. How are you? Leona is a bit fussy right now. Oh wait a minute. Are you gonna sleep or what? I don't know. Well, this will be a video about my complications that I had after birth. I don't know how long it will be. I'm not gonna edit it. I'm just filming this on my phone. It's the easiest way. And I can pause when I record, which is good on the phone. Because this may happen a lot. She is very tired, as you can see. Even though she slept a lot last night. Good for her. I did not though. I don't know, my sleeping issues are back, I guess, my insomnia and stuff. So when she does not sleep, when she does sleep, I never sleep. And when she does not sleep, I want to sleep. It's like, yeah. So I haven't written anything down. I don't know how I will, if I will remember everything I want to say really. But I felt like I'm going to do this right now so I get a video up. Because it was a long time since I posted, and I am currently going through complications still after birth. And it's not only a complication for birth, it's like my body is giving up, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Just to let you know right now, the issues I do have is like I have a lot of knots in my back that I'm working with a physical therapist. A lot of knots, really hurtful ones. I have really bad neck, so I got some exercises to do. I have heel spur or whatever it's called. So now I today got home some good shoes to wear inside, so check on that box to try to actually be able to walk her, because when you have a bad back and you have bad heels and you have a bad neck, it's very hard to walk around with her. And I also got a baby carrier, so now I am fully packed with things to make this easier. That is just my normal body. Let's go to the complications, because I don't even know where to begin. After birth, they had to cut me because otherwise I would tear like the whole way from A to B, so to speak, and you don't want to do that. So they cut me, and after that I was lying on the table for like 2 hours. Around about 5 different people came in there to make stitches on me and to figure out how to stitch me up, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, well, maybe it's like this when you give birth and stuff. But they had a hard time knowing how to sew my cut together. I'm sorry if the phone is shaking. It's hard to hold it and the baby at the same time. So what they did was they were stitching, and it was not nice. It hurt a lot, and they gave me something to ease the pain, like so I wouldn't feel it, but I still felt it in a way, because I just gave birth, you guys, so it's pretty tender down there. There was a lot of pushing and pulling and feeling in my colon too, if it had broken, but it hadn't, and they said at least and stuff. So there was that, and I couldn't pee the first day. I had to have a catheter, which is normal. It can be swelling and the stitches can irritate and stuff. So that was the only thing I had to do right at the hospital. It was painful when I walked and stuff, but of course, why wouldn't it be? I came home. After a few days home, I said, I assure you one of my stitches has broken, because it was stinging, it was hurting, it was like pounding pain, and I felt like I had to look with a mirror, and that's no fun when you have given birth, because things does not look normal down there anymore. It's very rearranged and it's swollen and it's things. So when I checked, I actually saw a big gaping wound. Yes, you heard me right. The stitches in the cut had broken, and I panicked. It hurt. First of all, it hurt a lot. Second of all, it's very scary to see, oh my gosh, I have an open wound down here. I have open, it was, well, you can imagine, they cut, and that was open. And I was like, what is happening? So I called them, and I got to come there the next day, I think it was, because I saw this in the afternoon. Yes, the next day. Are you good? How are you doing, girl? So we got to do it there. Oh, her bow's in her eyes. So the next day I went to my midwife, and she looked at me and she said, yes, it's escaping. We can't do anything about it. We can't stitch it up again. because it already started to heal, and it's not possible after a few days of healing. And I was crying a lot because I was like, what do you mean? Am I gonna have an open wound in my there every freaking day? It hurts a lot and it's scary. And he said, yeah, we're gonna remove the stitches that are left so that it won't bother you. I'm like, okay. And that was really, really hard for me. I was crying a lot. I had so much pain. It was hard to walk. It was hard to sit. It was hard to do anything. And painkillers did not really work for that because it's such a strong pain. However, days went by and I started to accept the fact that I had an open wound and that it hurt, and that was scary. I would say 3 to 4 days after, I don't know, I started to get even more pain, and I was like, what is happening now? What is happening now? And I looked, and yes, on the other side the stitches had gone up. So I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't do anything about it then, because like they're not going to do anything about it. It turned out to be a little editing because I wanted to put something in here too, because I forgot something when I looked through this. She's awake now, by the way. And it was not long ago, like 5 minutes since I recorded the other things. However, this was when I was with my parents. I was crying a lot. It was a very bad time for me because I felt really depressed all these weeks. I felt just depressed. I loved her, so I felt like I could attach to her, so it wasn't like postpartum depression. However, it was a depression, I would say. I was constantly sad, I was constantly anxiety filled, and it was very hard. And when this stitch, the other stitches started to fall off, and I got even more open wounds, and also when I looked, I saw, oh yay, I have hemorrhoids too, which I never had. So that broke me down totally, and I still have issues with that. It doesn't just go away, and it's hard. I can't hold gas, except, how fun is that? I mean, I don't crap my pants, but I can't hold gas. I don't even get a warning like gas is coming. No, it just comes. Okay, so it's hard for me to be out in public because it's. Why are you looking at me? Are you laughing at me? Well, it's hard to be out in public because when if it happens, it's shameful. You shouldn't be ashamed because it's a natural thing, but you are ashamed. It's just the way it is. So those are also complications that I found out at that moment. So crapping and stuff, it hurts a lot and it bleeds a lot. So mom life. One morning there when I woke up, I felt like, oh frick, I can't move. I can't move in my bed. I can't move to get out of my bed because something is really, really wrong in the wounds. It felt like something was like you have a freaking needle poking into one of your wounds. That was how it felt like. So I called in desperation, please, you need to check me. And they were like, we don't have any time today, you can come tomorrow on the afternoon or something. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But she said that's the only time we had, so I booked that time. And then I called another place and they said, you come in, it's not our specialty, these things, but you can come in. I went in there and he said, I don't know what to do really, but we can do, because I had some stitches left. And he said, it looks like, because the wound is open, imagine that it's an open wound and you have like a few stitches in the corner. It can't hold it together because everything else is like pushing it outwards. So it's like having a stitch with 2 knots in a wound, like pulling and pulling and pulling, which hurt a lot. So he said, we're gonna try to remove them and see if it gets better. And I removed them. I couldn't feel immediately if it got better, but when I sat in the car, I'm like, yeah, it feels better. I don't want to die anymore. So next day I went to the midwife again, and she said, I'm so sorry for you. You have been going through a lot with this. You have had really bad luck, and I'm going to do what I can do. So she removed all the stitching that was left, just to remove it, and that was awesome. So I asked her then and there, I have a really heavy weight downwards all the time. It hurts really bad when I sit on the bathroom and stuff. I almost feel like my pelvic is gonna burst, and also like something is gonna explode my downstairs and just like something is filling me up from upwards to my downstairs. So cryptic. I can't even explain it myself. And I was like, maybe that's normal when you're giving birth, I guess. And she was like, no, I cannot say that it's normal. So I'm gonna send I don't know what it's called in your country, but like a paper to the specialists, so they call me when they have time. And she said, you can't, don't think that you will get it fast because they have a lot to do. I'm like, okay. So the days went by. It hurt more and more and more and more with this downwards pushing thing. I couldn't walk sometimes, I couldn't stand sometimes. It just got worse and worse and worse. So last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago, I was at a store. When I eat the painkillers, it works kinda, but it's not fun to eat painkillers all the time with a baby, but I have to eat painkillers, otherwise I can't stand, I can't walk, I can't take care of her. That's how bad it actually is. So I was at a store to get a package or whatever it was, and when I was standing in line and the painkillers had started to go out of my body, standing still is the worst thing for some reason. I was standing there and the pain was so crazy. It certainly felt like something is gonna explode now. I had to sit down on the floor in the store by myself because I couldn't stand no more. That is not okay. And when I felt that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna call a specialist. So I called a specialist and I said, you're supposed to have a paper that you're gonna meet me. And they were like, we haven't gotten any paper. So somehow that paper disappeared or never got written. I have no freaking clue. I don't know. So I was really mad and I got an emergency appointment the next day. I went there and I was very scared because I knew like this. It looks good on the outside. Everything looks good. But it does not feel good because I can't walk, I can't stand if I don't have painkillers in my body. If I walk or stand a lot, when I have painkillers in my body, the rest of the day is ruined. I haven't been able to walk with her in the stroller for more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's all I have. You know how much I love. Now I'm almost crying. I wasn't going to cry because I've been crying so much over this. But you guys know how much I love working out, how much I love walking, how much I love dancing around with my girl. And I know that every day, if I do that, the night will be ruined. And if I push myself too much, which I want to do, but I can't do that. And it's hard for me because all I want to do is take care of my girl. And I have this image like when she gets here, I'm gonna walk with her in the stroller and we're gonna dance and we're gonna sing, I'm gonna sit on the floor, I'm gonna... Sorry, Mama's crying. Look at this beauty. We're gonna just enjoy mom and daughter life. And nothing is like I thought it would be. I mean, the summer has gone by, it's the fall now. I love walking around in the fall. And I can go for like 10 or 15 minutes with painkillers in my body. And I need to take it every 5 hours so it doesn't have the time to go out of my body, because then I'm screwed. Sitting for too long, like when I'm editing and stuff, I get really much pain from that too. And it's weird. So I went there and I knew it looked good because the wounds started to heal, so they were not my problem anymore, which were nice. She's so tired, which was nice. Mimi. She's nice. They were not my problem anymore because I had a lot of issues with them and now I didn't. So I'm happy about that. But I knew it looked good and they checked me and they were like, yeah, it looks good. You can't really squeeze, I don't know what you call it in English. I can't squeeze my urine. When I'm peeing, I can't squeeze the urine, so it stops. And I knew that, so there's some muscle issues there. And I'm working on it, but it's hard. That's the only thing, but otherwise we can't really say what's wrong with you. Maybe it can be this, maybe it can be that. And it was two like really bad guesses. I was like, that's not the case. I know that's not the case. And I tried to explain to her. It's hard for me to explain because I don't understand the pain myself. So I was like, okay. So I was crying so much. I was like, are you saying, do you understand that I can't even go for walks with my daughter? I can't even change her by the changing table if I don't have painkillers in my system. Is that the way it's supposed to be? Am I just gonna accept that? And she was like, well, I don't know what it can be. It can be this, it can be that. Blah, blah, blah. So I cried and I cried and I cried. And I said, am I just gonna have this forever? And she said, I cannot say no, but I hope you won't. And my world just broke. Because I don't know what it is still. But I know how it feels. And it's the most excruciating pain I have ever felt. And just feeling that when she cries and I can't go, I can't walk around carry her that she wants me to do, because she wants me to go and walk around carrying her. Mama is a little bit sad. I want to go around, carry her and dance with her and everything that she needs, and I can't because it hurts too bad. So I have a few moments of the day when I actually can do it, when the painkillers are full force. That is when I can do it, and sometimes I'm just gonna do it anyway, and then the next day can be totally ruined. But I'm doing my best. But I can't accept the answer of, we don't know what's wrong with you. But if you don't know, you have to freaking investigate. Don't give up with not knowing. I think that's so crappy. It's so weird, and I can't believe how they can do that. So I went home, very, very hopeless in my body. I felt like there's nothing I can do. I just have to accept this. Now I feel like I don't have to accept this. I'm gonna figure something out. First of all, I guess it's something with the nerves or something with the muscle, like a broken muscle or something. I hope it's something they can fix, or something that will be fixed by itself. I'm hoping. In the meantime, I'm actually gonna do some alternative care. I don't know if you ever heard about, I don't know what it's called in English. I'm gonna say it in Swedish, and I'm gonna write it in Swedish or in English if I find out what it's called. Maybe it's called the same thing. Like, oh, I don't remember. Something sakralterapi. Kraniesakralterapi. Like cranium something therapy. It's like very small movements you do, well, or the person does when you're treating yourself. And it helps your body to self-heal in a way. People might think that's mambo jumbo, but I know a lot of people getting help from it, so I'm not gonna give up. So I actually couldn't afford it. It was very expensive, and I don't have a lot of money being a mom, as you know. It's because I haven't worked, I don't have a lot of mama money. You get a little every day. But what I did was, on Facebook I started a fund, like not a GoFundMe, because that's not possible, but like I wrote my story and I said, if anybody wants to help, you can donate whatever sum you want to. These are the treatments I want to try, and I'm gonna try as many as I possibly can. And I actually got some money from that. So thankful, because a lot of people knows how hard it is to live with birth damages or whatever, because it's not really something people care about. I feel like women problems people don't care about. It's like, it's natural to give birth. It's not weird that it hurts. No, it's not weird that it hurts, but it's weird that it's getting worse and worse and worse. So I'm gonna do the first treatment on Tuesday, and I hope it will help me anything. Other than that, I am drinking a lot of vitamins and minerals, so my body gets the best possible chance to heal itself, and that's what I'm starting with. If that does not work, I'm going to an after check or whatever, September 20th. So if I'm not better, my mother is going to follow me on that one, and we're gonna she's gonna, because I can't talk for myself, I'm that weak. She's gonna say, we request an MRI. If that is like MRI, not a brain scan. Is MRI a brain scan? I don't know. Like a great scan over, well, the uterus and the downstairs area, to see if there's anything wrong with the muscle tissue, if there's anything wrong with the nerves. Because it's not okay, simply not okay to me to walk around like this. And if that MRI shows nothing, it looks good, everything, well, then everything looks good, but I still have pain. And if that's the case, I don't know why I have pain. Maybe it can be like because I had so much pain during the cut and everything, or with the cut, that my body and brain still thinks that the cut is there, even though it's not. You know, like when you amputate a body part, you can still have a hurting foot if you don't have a foot. And I'm super scared that my brain has a memory, has pain memory, because I can't do anything about it, I don't think. Then you have to, I don't know how to get from there. But that is the biggest complication I have, which sucks. And then, except that, as I said, I have pain in my back, pain in my neck, pain in my heels. So even the days when I feel like, oh, I have painkillers, I can walk a little bit better, I can't really do that either, because my back is killing me and my heels are killing me. So it's like my total body is like giving up on me. And it's not the first time. When I have a lot of pain somewhere, it's like the body is focusing so much on that pain that every other place get messed up too. So the first time being a mother has not been what I thought it would be. I mean, I love her so much. She's the best baby, and she's sleeping during the night mostly, and I just love her so much. She's better than I ever could imagine. But then this happened with my body, so I don't feel like he'll be the mother that I actually wants to be and can be. And I can't go for my lovely walks that I couldn't go for walks almost during my entire pregnancy. The last month I went for walks. And I was like, when I get her, I'm gonna take long walks with her in the stroller. And that hasn't happened. And I can't carry her much I want to either, so sorry for crying. I know people think the only thing I do during my internet things are crying. But this is something to cry about. And I just feel like nothing is taken seriously. Like, it looks good, we don't know what it is. People, you should never settle for that. I'm not gonna settle for it either. I'm not a quitter, I don't give up. So I'm gonna keep on fighting, and hopefully one day it gets better. And hopefully these treatments that I'm doing with the alternative care will work. I actually do believe more in alternative care, as it is right now. It has helped me way more. Look at this. I love that she's sleeping. She has had so many days without sleeping. And last night she slept a lot, after like 3 days. 3 days of not sleeping. She always sleeps during the nighttime. But she sleeps too little to be such a little kid. And last night she just slept and slept and slept and slept and slept. Actually, I'm out of focus. Well, that was all I wanted to say. Sorry for a long video. Sorry for a weird video. I probably have forgotten some of my complications, but the ones I talked about, this one with the pressure downwards, it is the most painful and weird and hard thing I have ever gone through. I had a very hard pregnancy. Very hard. I thought that was the worst thing that could happen. Then birth came, and it hurt a lot. I had very hard contractions and very close, and I thought that was the worst thing that could ever happen. But now, when I've been through the after effect of birth, I would say I'd rather go through an entire pregnancy, an entire birth, if I could not have to go through what happened afterwards. Because that was worse than the other two together. That is what has traumatized me the most. And I'm not even sure if I can ever have another kid just because of that trauma. And I hope I can work with that, because I would love her to give her a sibling. I know personally how much siblings means to me. It needs to fit in time, of course. We need to be able to get pregnant. It needs to fit in our economy and stuff. And other things. And Tobias needs to want to get a sibling. So, but it's nothing we want to do in a few years, I'll tell you that, because now we want to focus on this little princess, who is actually the best baby I could get. I cry often when I think about it. I love that you're sleeping, my princess. She looks like a turtle. Hi, little turtle. She's the most beautiful person in the world. Thank you for coming to me. And sometimes I think, of course, she's worth the pain I'm going through right now. But it's very hard to know that it's for her. I have the pain because I already have her now. And she would feel better if I didn't have the pain, because I could do more stuff with her. So it's not for the best of her I have pain. But you know, keep on fighting. That's all we can do. I love you. I hope you watched the entire video. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you watched the entire video so you get to know exactly what's happening. And if anybody of you has been through something similar, it's hard because I couldn't really explain what I'm going through, but well, let me know. And take care of you out there. I won't give up, but it's hard for me to make videos and edit and take care of a little one and everything when I have this pain. Otherwise, I love being a mother and I love Leona, and I am so happy for all the support you are giving us and giving her. It means the world. Hugs and kisses. I'll see you when I see you. The next video maybe will be when the day after she was born, I guess, because I haven't shown you that. And the day she was born, I think we have more. No, the day after. And then when we are going home, if things did not turn out the way we wanted to, because we couldn't even bring her home. But I'm gonna show you that in another video. I love you all. See you when I see you. Keeping you. Thank you for everything. Bye.